So it's week 3 in our November Advent calendar, and how are you doing? Week 1 was all about gifts and stocking stuffers, buying all of those things. Week 2 was chock full of cards and crafting ideas, making gifts and ornaments and all kinds of things. Well, we're on week 3. This is all about cooking, baking, and making my famous fudge. Hi, I'm Bonnie Overman. I want to thank you for joining me today. I hope my channel will inspire you to lead a more productive, creative, stylish life at any age and always on a budget. And in case you're wondering, I'll be 70 years old next year. If you like my videos, please subscribe, like, and comment. I'd like to know what kind of videos you'd like to see me do and what you think about them. I'm sitting on the floor in front of my couch, which I'm just starting to decorate for Christmas. But anyway, I wanted to talk today about different categories: cooking, baking, and fudge, and a little bit about appetizers. This is to make it stress-free for you. That's my whole goal behind these videos I'm doing for November. So my first idea is when you go to the grocery store and you buy your food, bring it home, cook it, then freeze it. I'm talking about your proteins. Don't put a big package of hamburger or a big thing of chicken in the freezer. Cook it, get it done. And then when you're really stressed out in December, you can go in and pick stuff out that's already cooked. That bag of ground turkey or hamburger can turn into spaghetti, tacos, sloppy joes, soup, all kinds of things. I can go in my freezer right now and I have barbecued chicken sliced. I have barbecued meat patties. I have ground cooked turkey with onions and seasoning, and the same with beef. So I can make just about anything I want for dinner. It will help you so much. And if there's anybody in the family that's still out there barbecuing, I don't know where you live, what your temperature is, but make sure they continue to do that and freeze it, and you'll have it for another day. Number 2, this is the time right now to be making your soups, your stews, your chilies, all of these things. Make them. It's raining here in California. It's early November, but I'm just really enjoying the cold weather. But this kind of weather makes you want to have, a big bowl of hot chili or soup or something like that. Also freeze anything you want to eat with it. So if you want focaccia bread or garlic bread or cornbread, make sure to freeze portions of that also. Either make it or buy it, whatever's easiest to do. And you will thank me when it comes to right after Thanksgiving, even the week before Thanksgiving, when you're really busy. And of course, during December, it's just going to be the way to go. My favorite casseroles to make, one is an enchilada casserole. You could do it in red or green, and a brunch casserole. And you don't have to roll up the individual little enchiladas. You can layer the tortillas and the meat and the cheese and the olives and the green onions and the enchilada sauce and all of that. Just keep layering it up. Make 2 big pans of it and have some now and freeze it for later. Or that's the red. You can make a green version with chicken. I even put some refried beans in my layers, white cheese, and green enchilada sauce or salsa. Make sure not to add any salt though, because the beans are salty, the salsa is salty, all that stuff can add up. And a little bit of maybe cream cheese in between and white cheese. And I put olives in both of them and green onions in both of them, and they're so good. I actually make those when I do a party in the fall time. I would make a pan of each, and boy, they're really, really good. The other idea I have for a casserole is a brunch casserole. And you've seen that where you do like sausage and cube bread with butter and cheese and green chilies, and then you pour the egg and milk mixture over the top. But I have an idea for you too. So let's talk about what's really important, like Christmas Day, or if you do a Christmas Eve dinner. I always serve roast beef. And so what I do now, in fact, I'm going to get ready to buy one real soon, is I buy the big triangular roast. I don't know if it's a rump roast or what it's called, but it's not very expensive. And I put in my crock pot with the garlic and all the seasonings. Use onion soup mix or the butter and pepperoncinos. There's 9 million recipes on Pinterest. Cook it low and slow for 8 hours. Then strain it really good, reserve your liquid, and just put your big roast in a big bowl. Pour your liquid over it with a can or a jar of beef gravy, really good beef gravy. And the next day, take off any fat, kind of slice it up, put it back in the gravy mixture, and put it in your freezer. So for Christmas Eve night or Christmas Day, you've got your roast beef cooked and all the gravy. Now, I also recommend if you want to do potatoes up front, get yourself 3 or 4 tubs of the loaded mashed potatoes and put it in a bowl and mix in some sour cream. You could do cream cheese if you wanted to. I just love it. And always use whipped cream cheese. It mixes so easy. Oh, and then what you're going to add to that is you're going to add chopped green onions, some different, whatever cheese you like, and a little bit of the sour cream or cream cheese. Mix it all up, put it in a pan, put it in the freezer. You can crumble bacon on top and cheese on top. It is really, really good. So let's move on to baking. Now, this is a time to bake your bars. If you are famous for date bars or your pumpkin bread or zucchini bread or banana bread, eating them. So what I would do is I'd get the cookies made, or see if you can even buy some, maybe stick them in the freezer and then just decorate them in December. I think that's going to really, work pretty well. Now, I just want to talk a minute about appetizers. So the 3 appetizers I swear by, especially at this time of the year. One I have in every single party, and it's the green onion. I think it's Laura Scudder's. It's for like $1 at Walmart. Dip. And I always serve it with the ruffly ridged potato chips, and which I don't eat. I am keto, by the way. And I always serve it with lots of fresh vegetables also. The next thing I love to serve, and this was such a hit at every party, especially in the fall and at Christmas, is my craisin spread. So I take 1 tub, a small tub about like this big, of the whipped cream cheese. I add a packet of candied walnuts and dried cranberries. They're Craisin brand. They're over in produce. They're made to put on salads, I think. But anyway, I dump 1 bag of that in there, and then about 2 or 3 stalks of chopped green onions. It is out of this world. It's that savory sweet situation, but you have to put them on Ritz crackers. I think it's the sweetness of the cracker with the cream cheese, and then you got the sweetness of the nuts and the cranberries with the tart onion. It is really good, and it looks festive too. So my next favorite thing is hummus. I get the red pepper hummus. I get 2 containers, put it in a bowl. I mix some sour cream with it just to kind of make it go a little further. And then I drizzle on a little bit of lemon olive oil. It is so delicious. A little bit of zest, lemon zest, some chopped olives and chopped green onions. You guys, this takes hummus way up to the top, and it is so delicious. And I serve it with usually tortilla chips is what I serve it with. The other thing is just round it out with a little bit sliced salami and some cheese. So the last thing I want to do today is I want to talk about my fudge. So 2 packages of chocolate chips, and you need 1 can of sweetened condensed milk. This is the secret. I don't know if you guys have ever tried to make it before or not, but you run into I ran into a problem. It tastes like there was sand in it because I didn't dissolve the sugar properly. So this adds the creaminess of milk and the sugar. And you guys, this is not a diet food, but it's the holidays. And then some vanilla. And I'm going to say maybe 2 teaspoons of vanilla. Now, the original recipe also called for chopped nuts, and you can do that. But I'm going to show you a different recipe. So again, vanilla, sweetened condensed milk, and 2 bags of chocolate chips. It's really, really easy. So you're going to take those 2 in your pan. I use this like heavy Dutch oven, and it's non-stick inside. And I put my chocolate chips in it, and I put my milk in it, and I put 2 teaspoons of this. Actually, I just go like that. Now, you're going to do this over a low heat, and you're going to slowly stir it. And you really can't, unless you turn it up high and just left it on the stove, you would you know, ruin it. But just occasionally you want to be stirring this. And when you start to see the chocolate chips go away, when they start to disappear, and it starts pulling away from the pan a little bit. I can't explain it. It's almost like when you go to do dough and it starts pulling away. Then you want to take it and dump it into a 8 by 11.5 inch glass pan. Now I line this with parchment paper, okay? So you're gonna dump the chocolate and it goes into a big glop. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna take these little fold sandwich bags. You guys, I love these. If I have to handle poultry, I put this over my hand. Now, so you have the paper so it doesn't get stuck to the pan. You guys, I made this for like 30 years, so I think I know probably all the tricks to it. So it's going to be a big glob in the middle. It's warm, but it's not hot. It's not going to burn you. So what you do is you just make sure your parchment's even and just start pressing it down. You want to press it down till it's even. Now, that could be the end of your recipe, and then you come over with your sprinkles and sprinkle on your sprinkles, and then I press down one more time to get the sprinkles. And then you put it in the refrigerator. That's it. That's how easy this is. You're melting it, putting stuff in it, and then making it hard again. Except, let's pretend there's fudge in here. I take this. Now, of course, if you're allergic to peanut butter or somebody can't have peanuts, you cannot do this. But this is Minnie's unwrapped Reese's peanut butter cups. I dump it over the whole thing. I use the whole bag. And I take my hand and just squish it in the fudge. Squish it, squish it, squish it. And they slowly start to melt and go into the fudge till you can't see them anymore. Then I take my sprinkles on top and just press them in and put it in the fridge. Usually within 2 hours to the next day, you're going to have your fudge nice. The whole thing that takes so long is cutting it up. And so I put the cupcake liner in, put the fudge in, and these fit just perfectly over this. And when you tie it with a bow, look how cute it looks. So this is week 3. And so what I'm going to have this week for you, the rest of the week, is 2 more videos on Thanksgiving. So I hope this helps. I hope you enjoy all your good food and treats and just make double enough for the holidays so you're not so stressed out. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.